We are back again, Opionated Faxx. Got the boys with us right now. We got Mr. Soto, Cigar Loving Mac, Who's a B, MVP, and myself, Hollywood. So what brings us in here today? I'm pretty sure we all seen Little Undisputed. And he got my dog in the background. But Julio has came out and publicly said that he's out of there, man. He wants out of Atlanta. And Cowboys are not going to get his ass either. But the way that it happened, Shannon Sharpe ended up calling him while the show was still going. So, he did it on air. Called him up. Told him straight up, like, look, you want to be a Cowboy or you want to, be a Falcon? Straight up, I'm out of there. So we got the soundbite. So one, it was fucked up for them to call him while my man was just on the phone and shit. They didn't tell me he was on the air. Just said, hey, what's up, bro? Like, hey, this, that, and third. It's your favorite uncle. Uncle my ass. But,
Uncle Shannon.
Uncle Shannon don't fuck it all up. So with this news, I know it's even hard for us Falcons fans. I'm gonna start with us, bro. So Cigar Loving Mac. Say what it is, bro.
Man, listen. I thought so a couple of different thoughts, right? Because we didn't have an argument, but we were kind of exchanging back and forth earlier today about how we felt about the situation. I want to state this. I would rather have Julio Jones than not. But I also understand the financials with a new regime coming in here after Thomas Dimitroff and Dan Quinn just took a fucking rusty hammer to the goddamn roster and the salary cap. 3, if Shannon called Julio without telling him he was going to be on the air, that's pretty dirty from Shannon, because Julio's never done nothing like that. Like he likes to be pretty private, it seems. Anyway, we don't know the man, right? But from everything we've seen, we've never seen him do something like that. And another thing, if Julio went on air knowing he was live, I think that's fucked up on him, because Arthur Blank took care of that guy, financially speaking. Now, the team didn't do right by him as a whole. He should have a Super Bowl ring. He's a Hall of Famer. He should have a ring. Dan Quinn blew it. Him and Shanahan blew it together. But Arthur Blank himself personally has been good to Julio Jones financially. So if he did that on air, I don't think that's right.
Straight up, I don't think this was about Arthur Blank. We all know this was not about Arthur Blank. Like you said, he took care of that man 100%.
Yeah, he took care of him.
He gonna disrespect him like that. But the team.
That's why it's hard for me to believe that he did that. Well, I mean, but think about this. Arthur Blank owns the team, man. So I can't. I just don't believe he would do that. I don't believe he would do that to the teammates of Atlanta and Arthur Blank. Look, obviously there's no connection between the head coach and the GM. But man, I can't believe he would do it to Arthur Blank on live TV. I hope not.
No.
And I hope not.
It's gonna be kind of hard for me to believe that him and Arthur Blank didn't have those talks, those discussions. You know what I mean? Like those two, they're tight to hip, man. Like, Julio been there for 10 years. You feel me? So it's not like he don't talk to Arthur Blank. But this mofo Terry Fontenot, Mr. Saint loving man, he's still a saint in my opinion. Fuck him. And you know what? Look, man, him and Arthur Smith. Him and Arthur Smith, like those two came in, and knowing Arthur Blank, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you guys do it. Like you guys come in, you got the GM head coach tandem. Let's make this team better in the future. That's Arthur Blank. That's him. Come on now. If you're gonna be like, okay, well, we can trade Julio, we can get that money back by trading him. That's the first name you want to hit up on? Because he's easier to trade, but then y'all sat there and y'all extended Matt Ryan before that? Come on.
Look, Matt was hard to trade. Matt was a harder contract to trade, bro. That's a $30 million cap hit over the next 2 years. So you're going to pay Matt Ryan $60 million over 2 years to not play for you? Dog, you can't explain that.
Who would you rather keep? And this is you have to choose one. Who would you rather fucking keep?
In a vacuum, I'd rather have Julio Jones, but we don't live in the vacuum. We got financial ramifications.
We don't. We don't live in a vacuum. But the previous regime did make some dumbass decisions. I know you said something before, and I told you that Dante Fowler signing, the dumbest decision I would have ever done.
I mean, okay, but your boy Terry cleaned that up too. Terry got Dante to take a pay cut. Terry came in and had to clear the books. And listen, it was the ugly part about it. The bottom line is they came in day one and said, when they asked about, are you going to trade Julio Jones? Terry never shied away from it. That's why I'm not shocked and I'm not surprised. Like he was straight up. Terry was like, hey, we're taking calls. That's damn near on like the first week he was saying that.
But see, that's what he said. They're taking calls, but as we found out today, that shit was probably not true already from the jump since March. So I'm telling you straight up, you don't know what to fucking believe right now.
Listen, bro, if it was true and Julio came and asked for a trade, they should have tried to do something Matt too, or at least take a quarterback in the draft.
At least.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They got out to a bad start with me because I didn't want to hire this Terry guy anyway, just because he's from New Orleans. He worked for New Orleans. I don't understand that. And then you hire the coach first. I didn't understand that neither. Then it turned out the coach is a heir to the FedEx guy when this is a UPS town. So I ain't like none of that. Bad juju to start with. So,
exactly.
I don't get it.
I don't get it, man. And look, if it was the case that Julio came and asked for a trade in March, and then when they had the interviews and everything, like, yeah, I get you want to keep it quiet sometimes, you want to have that shit under wraps, but don't be like, oh yeah, we're taking calls, we're doing this, that, and third. If you're gonna trade the man, trade the man. But you got fucking Matt Ryan still over there. No disrespect to Matt Ryan. He's been our best quarterback in franchise history, and you keep showing this goddamn picture of Julio in a Saints uniform. I'm gonna be pissed off, bro.
I'm about to hang up.
But straight up, man, look, that's how it was. Like, Julio wanting to leave, and I think it had something to do with the new regime. I can't sit there and say Julio just wanted to be up and done out of Atlanta. He wanted to retire at Falcons. He said it multiple times.
Yeah, it's hard for me to fathom what changed because we pretty much been the same team since he's been here. Same 10, 10, 11, 12 wins.
But he didn't want to win. He want to ring.
It
happens.
Hey, Matt, cut.
Matt, we can't hear you.
Bro, but you
On mute, bro.
You muted.
Technology, man.
So, there you go.
Hey, he's
Y'all hear me now?
guy.
He was talking a lot.
Bro,
I believe
you like 34 going on 60. What's up?
No, man, I'm getting old, bro. Listen, I'm sorry. No, so I believe here's what happened. Here's what's solid. I believe they asked Julio to take a pay cut in private.
And he said no.
And from that point, it was like, well, I'd rather be traded. I think they asked him to take a pay cut. I do. I think that's what happened. And listen, and Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff, they wasted Julio's prime, and he probably just soured on the experience.
You know what? That part I can't really agree with you on.
They did.
But no, I'm not saying that. Julio's still a great receiver. Even at the top of his game, he had 1,871 yards receiving. That was like maybe best for the third best season in the league, something like that ever in NFL history.
Yeah.
Before last season, yes, he finished with 700 yards, but Julio was on a streak of 6 straight seasons of 1,300 yards or more. So despite what we want to say, oh, he's always injured, this, that, and the third, you can only say that about last season. This dude had 6 straight 1,300 yard seasons.
I agree.
So it's like Julio, yes, he's past his prime, he's 32, but he still balls like he's in his prime. You can't ignore that. He has Julio Jones effect still.
I don't think he passed his prime because I don't think he played enough games. So I think he still got a lot in his leg because we should have been at least the NFC Championship game every year since he's been in the league.
True that.
And we ain't played enough playoff games. So he still got a lot in the leg, bro.
It's like we ain't played enough playoff games. This man has not been in the playoffs too much, man. That's some bullshit.
Oh, but hold on, just let me address the Terry Fontenot situation because y'all two are on one with this whole Terry Fontenot thing. This dude black, he's a black GM in the NFL.
I don't care.
Is that the only thing you love him for? Is that the only thing you love him for?
No, listen to me. He only gets one chance. You're trying to tell me he came from New Orleans to screw you in Atlanta just because he used to be in New Orleans? What are y'all doing?
I ain't saying can't hear the screw. I just said it don't look right.
Dang, stop.
Y'all knew damn well the man took over. He had a job.
If they had to name the stadium Georgia Pacific Stadium. I would have no problem with tearing apart though. But you took the New Orleans Saints name and named the stadium the same name. Then on top of that, you would have got their GM or whatever he was to come be our GM. It just don't look right, bro.
I should have named it A-Town Wings Stadium.
I would have took that over Mercedes-Benz. I understand why they named it Mercedes-Benz and Mercedes-Benz moved their North American headquarters here. But still, that's the Saints name.
Money talk, dog. Money talk.
Money talk. Yeah.
Hey man,
money.
Josh McDaniels did it to the Broncos when he became a head coach. He jacked that team up and went right back. I
He
seen
did
it
it to-
before.
He also
Belichick
did it to the
constantly
Colts,
lose
and he
to
didn't even
Broncos.
make it.
Listen, Josh McDaniels is a white man. Okay, listen, he gonna get all the chances. All right, Terry Fontenot not getting all these chances. Okay, he's not. This is one chance. He has to succeed here. He has to in order to put it down the line.
I don't know how you hire a GM after you hire the head coach.
Yeah, I agree with that 1,000%. Yes. And look,
Agreed.
that's another thing. Arthur Blank has to share some blame in this equation. He's the common denominator in all this stuff. Arthur Blank controls the hiring process.
He rushed that decision. Yeah, he rushed it.
Now,
Arthur
I do
Blank
think Arthur
hired-
Smith going to be good. I do think he's going to be a good coach.
I do. But Arthur Blank hired Dan Quinn without really looking at anybody else. All right, just assuming he was the best candidate. Now, to Arthur Blank's credit, Dan Quinn was the hottest name on the market that year. So I'm not going to sit here and say that hire came from nowhere, but you didn't do your due diligence then. And so you hire, then you hire a new coach, but you keep the same GM from the last losing regime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't make no damn sense. And then once that happens, once it becomes apparent that Dan Quinn's over his head, you don't do the hard thing and move on from him the year prior. You let him come back and then you fire him in week 4, week 5, and then you tell your defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, all right, man, if you can win enough games, I give you this job. Like, so
Lies.
Arthur Blank got some soul searching to do here as well.
Yeah.
And I just hope, I don't want the players leave organizations. I'm okay with that. I don't want Julio to leave here on a sour note with this thing being done because he is a Hall of Fame football player. And I think it's good for your organization when Hall of Fame players go in as Falcons, right? Or as the team that they were with. So I just hope somehow, some way we can make this split as amicable as possible and we move on. But it's clear right now we got to move on. He's gone.
You cannot, if you can't get a first round draft pick for him, you can't trade him, bro. You can't do the same trade in the Hummus.
You're not gonna get a first round for him. You might
You
get.
got to keep him.
The first round for Julio.
You got to keep him.
You know
I
what?
give you a second rounder.
But how do you keep him after this? How do you
Bro,
keep him?
you can't take a second round for Julio.
Look, I'm
You're
telling
not getting the first
you
round
straight right now. I'm telling you
Now,
straight right now. Julio is not going to be a Falcon next year. As much as we want to be like, okay, if the money's not right, if the price tag's not right.
If you can get 3 seconds, I'll take that.
But you're not getting seconds for a 32-year-old off-injured wide receiver.
Bro, you just can't give him away for cheap, bro.
That's what just happened. You just lost your leverage because he went on national TV and did what he did.
He
just
already
talking
demanded. He demanded a trade 3 months ago. Why are we acting surprised right now? He asked for a trade, requested a trade 3 months ago. Let's not act surprised.
No one knew about that until today.
Yeah,
No one knew about it to today. Atlanta was keeping that shit quiet, and they was gonna keep it quiet. You know what I mean? And then, but see, they were gonna keep it quiet, and then they were gonna wait till around June 2nd, June 3rd, and trade them like, oh, we did this because of the money perspective. Like, no, you did it because this motherfucker asked for a trade. How you gonna sit there and lie about some more shit?
But
so are you mad at Julio, Arthur? Who? Julio don't want to be there.
Mad at?
You mad at him?
Who am I mad at?
Arthur?
I'm telling you, I'm mad at. I'm just mad at look. When we had this, look, hush, man, shut up. Like, look, when we had this conversation about moving Julio Jones, this was going on for months and months by the NFL draft and everything. Just the way the Falcons handled that situation, and as we can tell right now, there's more information to it that they just weren't putting out and just indulging on us. Just the way they handled that situation, that gave me a sour taste. Julio being moved, I had a feeling it was going to happen, so I wasn't going to be too invested into it. But just the way they handled the situation, especially with Julio too, looking at it, I think he's even more ready to leave because of the way they handled that situation.
Well,
So I really don't care. He can go. He can be a Baltimore Raven. I hope he does. And I'll be right there in the game.
Hey, we gonna go up there and block 30 times a game. Anybody trying to go to Baltimore?
Well, he can do that. He's a good blocker.
I mean, he can, but that ain't why you go get Julio Jones.
I think if I were to bet, I think he's going to New England. And if it's second behind him, it was 49ers.
Okay, so and let's say this too. Okay, right, because it's been said that he prefers New England. I hope he understands he's not getting the Carolina Panther Cam Newton. I don't know if you saw Cam Newton last year. He had COVID, so I'm definitely going to grade on the curve. But that was not the same fucking guy that we saw in Carolina. Simply put.
But Cam can still get that 10-yard slant out of what Bill wants.
Cam didn't have OTAs last year either.
But you don't bring Julio Jones in the damn 10-yard slants, bruh. Like, I don't know.
But look here. You said that. You said you don't bring Julio Jones in for no 10-yard slants. Now, this is what Cam Newton has that Matt Ryan does not have, and I'm pretty sure y'all can agree with me on this. He has a stronger arm than Matt Ryan. He can just toss it down there. Julio has been.
It looked like it was fading last year. It looked like it was fading last. I don't know who you saw last year.
I'm giving everybody in New England a pass last year.
Cam threw some
I'm not saying Cam was a great quarterback.
Cam was in the dirt a lot last year, bro. That shoulder is
I'm not.
And they still won.
Taking what I'm doing out of context. I'm not saying that Cam Newton was a great quarterback last year at all. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he has a stronger arm than Matt Ryan. That's it. Point blank period. That's all I'm getting.
I don't see Bill trading for Julio with that contract. That's just not something Bill does.
That's just not something.
If Julio really wants to go there, he's gonna have to take a pay cut.
Yes,
it's a new bill though.
If everybody trade for him, they can release him next year, right? Without taking a hit.
It's a new bill though. Bill did just sign the most free agents ever that he has done in the last 30 years at this point.
None of them got paid like that.
I don't think Bill mind paying for 1 year.
They got money though.
Hey,
if Bill might not mind paying for 1 year, and then they might be able to readjust his contract. You know, give him make it like a signing bonus or some stuff like that to cut it down. But I can see that possibly happen.
I got a real question, Hollywood. I know you. I know what the answer is. You want Matt Ryan gone too then, right now?
Look, so this is how I feel, man. And I was telling everybody this. Like, if you move the star wide receiver, and we got some situation like that where DeAndre Hopkins is moved. Remember, you move the star wide receiver for basically next to nothing, and you know what I mean. But you keep the quarterback. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. Deshaun Watson is a young, upcoming quarterback. Keep him. Go ahead and do it. Matt Ryan is 36 years old. He is already past his prime.
But you keep forgetting the cap hit.
You can't take
the cap hit.
Exactly.
Mark this down.
Just the cap hit. But there's also
the
cap hit is $60 million over 2 years. Jack, come on, you can't sell that to nobody.
What he asked was, would I want Matt Ryan gone too? Yes, I would give him on that. I want us to get another quarterback, get a young quarterback out here so we can start grooming and do a turnover. We needed a turnover, man.
I got to follow up.
Mark this down. Go ahead with your follow-up.
You know how hard it is to find a franchise quarterback? We on year 3 right now looking for this. We done went all the way back to a 2017, hopefully. And thank God, shout out Rod ain't here, but Philly's paying $33.8 million to get rid of a dude.
To not have Carson Wentz.
To get rid of a dude.
Well,
they eating all that.
By the way, the quarterback they have, they aren't sure if he's good.
If you had won that Super Bowl, I would eat that.
Well, you're right. Okay, so we'll say this, right? First of all, the backdrop of all of this is 2016. When they blew the fucking Super Bowl, they lost all the goodwill that they would have had, right? Because at that point, you win the Super Bowl, you could take a fucking sledgehammer to the roster. I don't give a fuck.
They would have been legends for the next 50 years around here without winning anything.
Yes, but you blew that Super Bowl, Dan Quinn, Thomas Dimitroff, Kyle Shanahan. You blew that Super Bowl, and then you just proceed to blow the next 4 years because Dan Quinn's the worst head coach I've ever seen in my fucking life. I'll say it again. I'll never stop saying it. Literally the worst head coach I've ever fucking seen. But the bottom line is this. Matt Ryan was not easy to move. And another thing, I believe, had San Francisco been deaf, dumb, and retarded, like everybody thought they were for a second, and took Mac Jones, and it was kind of well known that Atlanta was going to take Trey Lance. Atlanta wanted a quarterback, but you got to believe in the kid you take. You can't just take a quarterback because you need a quarterback, right? You got to believe in the kid you take. They didn't believe in Justin Fields, whatever, for whatever reason, right? They didn't believe in any of the guys after Trey Lance. That's their right. So they decided a bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. You got a fucking franchise quarterback right now. He's still effective. I'm not gonna say he's on the decline because he's never had a big arm, but he's still an effective player. And if you're a head coach and you sell the owner on the vision of, I think I can win you 10 games with this quarterback, then you keep him. Unless you can get the kid.
You're saying some good things right now. You're saying some good things right now, but I highly disagree with one thing you said. You said he didn't believe in any of the quarterbacks in the draft. I highly disagree with that. The fact of the matter is they went ahead and adjusted Matt Ryan's contract at that point.
When did they do that?
They did it before the draft. They adjusted his contract.
Draft. But you also got to understand, they also have an understanding. They also have a pretty good idea of how the draft is going to shake out, right? Top 4, top 5.
But Matt Ryan's contract, his contract would have been hitting them for extra years. You know what I mean? After they adjust that contract, so
another extra.
Yeah, they had to think from that perspective too. It wasn't that they didn't believe in Matt Ryan. I mean, believe in the quarterbacks, but you got Matt Ryan for this X amount of time, and I told you it's like 2 to 3 more years. Do you rather build around him? You bring in another receiver or a tight end like we did because you already knew ahead of time in March that you were going to trade Julio Jones. So you see what I mean?
Well, so it's been pretty obvious that they knew they were going to trade Julio Jones when they got here. I think Terry Putnam came on knowing that he was going to be one of the casualties of the salary cap. That's what I think personally. Felipe Franks, I hate you, you son of a bitch. I see what you did down there. Fuck you.
I want to know, did they tell the coach that before they hire him, we considering trading Julio?
I absolutely. I believe they were both in lockstep about that whole situation. I believe they looked at the roster, they understood the cap situation, and they had some names starting with like Dante Fowler and then Julio Jones, knowing that something has to happen here. If you can't get Julio to take a pay cut, then you trade him. And I don't blame Julio for not taking a pay cut, by the way. Hell no. Fuck you.
I think Matt only playing one more year here.
How you feel?
Really? I think that's a lot of money. A lot of money.
Who
gonna replace him?
I think Matt
They've signed his replacement already.
Felipe Franks, I hate you so much.
I
think Matt's here 3 years. I think Matt's here for 3 years. I think he's here for 3 more years. We're gonna ride him out. And listen, man, the bottom line is this. Like it or not, this is a hand that we were all dealt due to Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff's ineptitude. So I have, like I was telling you before, I gotta give the new regime the chance to execute their vision. It's not fair to get these guys hired in here and we're all poo-pooing the plan without seeing the plan. Because I personally believe 70% of the problems for the Falcons last year was coaching. The Falcons were one of the worst coach football teams I think I'd ever goddamn seen under Dan Quinn. So with Arthur Smith coming in, he believes most of their issues were coaching. So if you can come in here and win you 10 games next year, everybody gonna shut the hell up about it.
But we had 10 head coaches on the sideline.
But that's part of the problem. You got 10 head coaches, ain't nobody good.
Check me out, man. Look, at the end of the day, it's still gonna be rise up for me. It's still gonna be Falcons all day. I'm still gonna support my team because that's my team. But Julio Jones, as y'all all know, is my favorite receiver all the time. He's just an all-time great. He's a perennial Hall of Famer. We know this. That stuff is gonna happen. But to move from him, but still stay committed to Matt Ryan is just something I just can't get on board with. But they just got to figure that stuff out.
I think had the money been different, you'd have saw a different plan.
But the money be different, bro.
The max contract situation was what it was. So from that point, you got to make the best decision you can, and that's not eating $60 million goddamn dollars in 2 years to pay a guy to not play for you, especially a guy that can still play. You can still trade Julio, and you can save some money on the cap this year. Next year they won't save that much. Next year I think it's like $4.5 million. I think that would have been his cap hit next year. So look, man, they're going to trade the easier contract to trade, man. And it's just hard for me to really blame them. People keep saying extend Grady Jarrett. Well, Grady Jarrett's a 4-3 tackle. You don't know if he's going to make the transition to 3-4 end. You hope he can. He's a good player. I hope he can, but he's 6 foot tall, 305. That ain't really the size you want. You don't really want your 3-4 end being that sort of small, right? Now, Grady's a great player. Obviously, if anybody can overcome that, it's him. But you don't know. So I don't know if extending Grady Jarrett was smart. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, at the end of the day, listen, had you given me the choice, trade Julio or cut every living son of a bitch on the team outside of Julio, I would cut every other motherfucker on the team.
He lying.
But listen, look, and Hayden Hurst, I line them all up. Hayden Hurst, come over here. Kendall Sheffield, come over here. Isaiah Oliver, come on over here. All y'all get the fuck out of here. Pack your shit.
Bro, I still think we're going, without Julio, of course, we're losing a lot, but I still think we're going to be pretty good on offense. Now, we're probably going to line up and do probably a lot of two tight ends, 2 wide receiver sets. But I think we're still going to be pretty good on offense.
In order to be successful in the future, Atlanta's going to have to do that. But no disrespect to Calvin Ridley. I know everybody will probably believe he's the number one. I'm saying he's in between number one and number two. I can't give him a straight number one because he benefited so much by playing with Julio Jones.
Yeah, we just don't know what this is going to look like. But it's also,
bro, he was on the field a lot without Julio.
He was on the field a lot without Julio.
And by the way, he was on the field. He was on the field a lot without Julio with a terrible fucking offensive coordinator. Just a goddamn terrible offensive coordinator.
Tell me this though. I want you to go look at the tape. How many double teams did Calvin Ridley face?
I don't like Russell Gage.
When Julio was down, he faced plenty.
You don't like Russell Gage at all?
He did not face plenty.
Julio only played 7 games last year, so I'm assuming they rolled some coverages his way once Julio was down. That's the only real threat you got.
Safety was always on top.
I thought we played 9 games. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I think he played. Yeah, you're probably right. I think he did. He missed 7 games.
Yeah, but look at this though. Calvin Ridley barely facing double teams. I won't say that because one, how many times were we behind? A lot. So you know what I mean. He didn't face double teams that much.
That's another thing, bro. I'm tired of coming from behind. It seems like Matt Ryan's entire career has been coming from behind or starting in bad, terrible field position, something like that. It's crazy.
The 1 year we had, the 2 years we had good offensive coordinator. We lit the league on fire offensively. That second Sarkisian year and that second Shanahan year, right? Those were great offensive performances. Most of the time, we've had Dirk Cutter, or we've had that one dude that used to coach for Tennessee for the tight ends coach, whatever the fucking name is. So I mean, listen, man, we've suffered a lot of incompetence, especially under Dan Quinn. Like I remember the Dan Quinn years. It's so bitter for me now because I'm convinced he never put in the time to work in the details and be good at his craft. At times, the Falcons looked as if they had never practiced. There were times I watched Atlanta play football and I thought to myself, did we watch film this week? What were we doing?
I'll tell you what. Pete Carroll and Bill Belichick, the assistant, won't get no more head coaching jobs.
Bill Belichick, his guys keep getting them because he's Bill Belichick. But Pete Carroll especially, because the other guy went down to Jacksonville and shit to bed too.
With a lot of talent.
You know what?
Mike Mularkey.
Sotos, bro. As an outsider looking in, you've dealt with some bad teams in Denver, but then y'all always got something happening for y'all. As an outsider looking at this Julio Jones situation, what is your opinion?
I think I feel the same way about Julio Jones I feel for Larry Fitzgerald, except Larry Fitzgerald don't want to leave. I think he deserves a chance to win. And from everything I've heard from you guys and everything, it looks like it's not going to be in Atlanta. So if Atlanta really believes that, and if y'all believe that, and Julio believes that, the best thing you could do for him is to put him in a good situation to win. They do it in NBA all the time. They did it with KG. I mean, send him to a team that has a good chance. It seems like everyone in Atlanta loves him. The owner loves him. Bill Belichick didn't want to get rid of Grape Jello, but Kraft said you got to, but he put him in a good situation. He traded him to the 49ers because he knew it was a good situation.
For everybody watching, Grape Jello is that boy Jimmy Garoppolo.
Garoppolo, right. Look, autocorrect. I can't keep fighting it, so he Grape Jello to me. But
hey, listen. Hey, Bill.
That's what I think. I put him in a place where he can succeed and win.
That's fair.
I agree. Hey, Bill probably feels like we owe him one because he took Mohamed Sanu. But nobody tell him. Nobody told you.
Got finessed.
Mohamed Sanu. We could have told you don't do that, but you did it anyway.
Listen, man, New England can come up off that first round pick. It's gonna be what, pick 28, 29, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
they
mean,
You're not
keep it.
getting that, bro. You're not getting that, bro.
Yeah,
But,
I don't see first round pick for Julio. Also, I think you guys are overvaluing the wide receiver position just a little bit. I understand Julio's an all-time great and all that, but you don't need an all-time great to win consistently.
You need motherfuckers that can
It's
catch
nice
the
to
ball.
help, but it's
You
not
know what?
a necessity.
It's the icing on the cake.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there. You said we don't need the help, right? But I want you to look at the Atlanta team right now. Look at the running back position. What do we have back there?
Hey,
I
you see Mike Davis?
don't know what
Hey, you
y'all
see
got.
Mike? Hey, you see Mike Davis with them ham bones, baby? We in good hands.
Look, just because
We in
Mike
good
Davis,
hands.
look, just because he went and got on steroids, don't mean nothing, man. Like, look,
Wait a
The
minute.
bad- the bad
What I'm
news-
saying is,
Are we
if
fair enough
Julio's
here?
that big of a cap hit, go out and get someone or a few pieces that are reliable enough, not maybe for the upcoming season, but the next season. Because Matt
right.
Ryan still got a few years left in him. And that's, look, for a Broncos fan, that's hard to find a quarterback that can consistently do good to great things for you. So I for me, looking from the outside in, it makes more sense to me to keep hold of that opposed to an all-time great receiver, because it's just harder to find, to me,
So
a
hard to
quarterback
find.
that can do that,
so hard
especially
to
when
find.
y'all didn't get one in the
We're on
draft.
We're on year
Yeah.
3.
All right, let's do this. Since it sounds like he want to go to England, why don't we just trade him? Give us a second round pick, and they send us Sony Michelle and Boss Andrew.
Stephon Gilmore. Give me a second, Stephon Gilmore.
there you go.
Done.
Yeah.
There you go.
that actually is pretty good.
There you go.
Hey, I've heard a lot of things that Bill's ready to move on for Stephon. He'll gladly get rid of one of them running backs.
Yeah.
He trying to bring Georgia back to Atlanta. Oh boy.
Well, we need a running back. We need another running back anyway, so we might as well just get one.
Hey, Denver, give us a third round pick. Give us Bradley Chubb. The deal is done. All right, stop.
Not happening.
Deal.
We'll give you a fourth round pick and
That's all
vomit
it
a
takes.
left knee.
Third round pick. Hey,
Send Chubb.
Indianapolis. Hey, the Colts. Give us
We
a
are not
third round
giving you-
pick and give
Here
us
you
White
go.
Quint.
We don't have
Give
a
us
third round pick.
and give us White Quint, and the deal is done. All right, I'm the GM now. I'm in
Give
charge.
you-
All right.
We'll give you a 4th round pick and Braden
Okay,
Smith,
cancel it.
the right tackle.
Hey man,
He's
this shit.
played.
You know, this whole thing reaches a cancel culture, man. This bullshit. It's taking over the internet, and I don't like it.
It
Hey, bro,
really is on the internet, man. Like,
Look, I watch all these afternoon ESPN shows every
That's your
day,
fault.
and I be watching, waiting for Hawks or anything Atlanta.
mhm.
I had to turn that shit off today. I like the Jalen and Jacoby show and like the 4 o'clock NFL show that come on, but they I ain't want to hear about it today.
But y'all get it? Y'all get why people are like kind of feeling this way about this Julio Jones thing? Because you look at Julio Jones, and everyone should be able to agree to this. He's been one of the most consistent receivers in the league. He averages the most career receiving yards in a game.
Absolutely.
He is the one person you do not hear shit about off the field. Out of all the receivers in the league that are great, he's the one you never hear about. Because he just shuts up, come to work, and does his job.
Yeah, the whole situation stinks, and I think, I'm not saying something happened to Shannon for what he did, but that kind of stuff can't happen. The host was yelling at him, make sure you tell him he's on the air. Like, he's just to me it seemed like clear Julio just thought it was a conversation, and
Yeah.
he said some things
Yeah,
in
I
confidence to Shannon that weren't supposed to get out.
I think
Man,
Julio
fuck that.
even
He kept it real.
But
Hey,
you got to
Julio,
He out of
hear
there. He
I think
kept
Julio
it.
even cussed on the call too, right?
I'm mad at him. He finally kept it real. He was real. He was honest. He said, "Fuck it, I'm out of there."
Yeah.
He was real. He was honest. Y'all mad
he
at
was
him?
real. He was real honest on a conversation he probably didn't know was live too. So let's not forget that.
But listen though, I'm 95% sure Julio gone. Only reason I reserved that 5%.
5%.
Yeah, I reserve that 5%. If he shows up at the Hawk game on Friday, he's staying. If you were sitting next to Gucci Man on Friday, he's staying.
Hey, somebody call the Migos, I guess, and tell them, hey,
Exactly.
go talk to him, man. I don't know. But look, if I'm Julio, look, I'm a Falcon fan, and I've been soured by this damn team. So just imagine being a athlete on the team, as great as he is, and dealing with this sort of ineptitude. You get tired of it, and you just don't want to give nobody else a chance. He's like, listen, man, this is my third regime change. I don't want to gamble no more, man. Just send me somewhere stable. You boys, y'all want to rebuild or y'all want to retool?
And
That's cool.
What?
Leave me out of it.
I could understand it. It was like another similar AJ Green situation. You know what I mean? I could understand it a whole lot more because AJ Green.
I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, but that's what it feels like. But Julio, he wasn't no AJ. He wasn't no AJ Green. We should all be able to agree on that. He was no AJ Green as far as the way.
Hey, they trying to get Aaron Rodgers back. Send him in the Green Bay. They probably go give you the whole team right now.
Same Green Bay.
Oh, hey, I'm just saying, bro. You probably get them first round picks you was asking about.
And we gave Dan Quinn what 5.5 years?
5.5 years.
So what's a reliable time limit for this new regime? 4 years. See what they get. See what they at
4 years at least.
Yeah.
Bro. You got to give them at least 4 years.
The bottom line is this: as long as I don't sense ineptitude and straight incompetence, I'm gonna chill. The thing with Dan Quinn was he gave off straight up incompetence, which is why, hey, look, that's why Julio say I'm not going to Dallas. He said, I'm not going back over to Dan Quinn. You damn crazy. No way in the hell.
1, 2, 3.
Dan, the same slogan every week, a new brotherhood, a new hoodie, a new t-shirt. He gave off frat brother that didn't really know what he was doing. And I gotta believe Arthur Smith's better than that, and I gotta give him a chance to be better than that. So I'm just not gonna judge him. I can't judge him. I hadn't seen him yet. So I'm hoping for the best, man, and we'll see.
Arthur Smith, after reading how he got started in the NFL, he kind of remind me of Eric Spoelstra with the Heat, how he started.
Yeah,
and built the way up.
Yeah.
So
and about his daddy's a billionaire, and he decided to grind his way up to the top of the NFL. That lets me know that's a serious person.
Yeah.
Because he ain't got to be there, right? He ain't got to be there. And he's 38 years old. He's young. He's smart. So I'm going to give Arthur Smith all the time in the world, all the chance in the world. As long as he don't show me that he's incompetent, I can deal with it. Just don't show me incompetence, man. I can't deal with that shit.
I don't care. I'm just happy I took him out of Tennessee.
And then we'll trade Julio for Derrick Henry straight up. Tennessee, give me a call.
Please, by all means. Please, by all means.
Derrick Henry wants Julio on the team with him.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, straight up trade. Please take his ass.
Hey, Henry, careful what you wish for, goddammit.
Can you imagine that though?
That'd be fire.
Julio and the other kid Brown. Jesus Christ. That'd be a damn cornerback nightmare, bro.
Yo, and I know y'all know how I am about DK Metcalf. I say fuck him and I mean fuck him.
God damn.
AJ Brown, man, he reminds me the most like Julio. I don't know why. That boy's big, physical, 6'2", like almost 220. He reminds me of Julio. He's physical with it. He'll go up and get it too. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, but he ain't running routes like Julio, Jack.
Fuck him.
Well, I mean, he got Tannehill thrown to him, so who knows?
True, but imagine him with Julio Jones on the team with him.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Tennessee's going.
No,
I mean, like a lot of teams.
Please, what are we doing? What are we talking? No, keep the motherfuckers out of AFC South. Okay,
bro.
What the fuck are y'all doing? Take his ass to Denver.
That'll be a physical ass team, bro.
Look, you have
a
round pick.
Give us White Quint. Give us White Quint.
We ain't giving you shit. That's why you ain't the GM.
All right. Send Julio to Tennessee. we had
to send him to the AFC West. Send him to the Raiders because it don't matter who they get. They're gonna finish 8-8.
Derek Carr, 8-9 this year.
Y'all get Mariota.
Hey, we can all agree. Just don't send him to Kansas City or Tampa Bay.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Nah, bro. I'd rather send him there before he go to New Orleans.
Or New Orleans.
If he go to Kansas City, it's over. It's done.
Carolina. Wait, it was Sam Darnold.
Hey, watch out for Carolina this year. I got a good feeling about him.
I said that last year.
I did not have a good feeling about turnover Teddy, two glove Teddy, whatever you want to call him. Even though he plays for the Broncos now, I knew that was gonna work.
Teddy 2 times. He's gonna throw 2 interceptions each game. 2 times.
Really even play for the Broncos?
At least one fumble, at least 1 interception.
Does he really even play for the Broncos? Honestly, Drew still might start. That's the sad part.
Drew gonna start. This is just competition for him.
Yeah, Drew shouldn't start. Teddy 2 hands is better than fucking Drew Lock right now. Fuck
Hopefully
what
he
you
got his
heard.
gloves on. Hopefully he got his
Hey,
gloves on.
man,
Not like that pro day.
Hey, small hand Teddy is better than Drew Lock right now.
But can he
Drew Lock
rap
should
I don't
Jeezy's
know.
lyrics?
I saw nothing from Drew Lock that should guarantee that young man a job. Okay.
He
I
knows
didn't see a damn
I
Jeezy's
thing.
seen
lyrics.
plenty from Teddy that he shouldn't start, even when he was
Teddy.
in Minnesota.
It ain't been the same since
His
that hit,
touchdown to
bro.
turnover ratio was horrible. I don't know what he broke his leg and people felt bad for him. That's all he got.
He got cleared.
Hey, you being real disrespectful to one of our only few black quarterbacks, but you just so
Oh,
wild.
man.
I knew you gonna bring that
You know
up.
what?
You so
Don't do that.
wild.
I knew you gonna bring that up.
Don't even do that, brother. Cause look here,
He
we
got
got
small
our
Oh,
black
hands.
quarterback.
He about to give
We
him
got
some of
our
that
black-
mama's cooking.
Mama's
Look, we got our
cooking.
black quarterback sitting on, man, but we got one fucking up. You know what I mean?
Who?
One's already fucking up this year.
Just
Oh, you
because he
talking
like to
about-
get his dick touched.
Don't say who.
He like to get his dick touched. So what?
Hey, Robert
That's still-
Kraft, look, they need to.
Robert Kraft did the same
exchange-
shit.
Hey, call Robert Kraft and say, listen, what did you do? Because I got to get these motherfuckers up off me. All right? Listen.
Man, they shut the whole police
Who
organization
gonna get him a
down
size with
in Florida.
clothes
They're
on?
like, you
That's
can't.
just
It
weird.
was horrible.
Here's my spill on Deshaun, right? Deshaun, you know damn well you did it. Just pay them people, move forward. He didn't commit a crime. What he did was creepy and gross, but it wasn't rape. It wasn't sexual assault. It was sexual harassment, no doubt. Bro, don't double
He
down.
didn't commit a crime, but he committed sexual harassment. Okay,
Bruh,
gotcha.
I'm sorry. You're right. I
I
mean, you
ain't-
know that he didn't commit the crime, the one thing that you can't do, right? You know damn well you did it. Bro, pay them people off and
No,
shut the fuck up.
I ain't paying them nothing.
You did it. What
I
you
got
mean?
I got the same mentality as T.I. They ain't getting nothing from me.
Oh wow.
Oh, he going to jail. He going
He
to
going
jail.
to
Yeah, nothing from me.
Oh my God. Listen, you
He's
cannot throw
going to
your
jail today.
bro, you cannot throw your dick on a young lady's hand. All right, what you doing? You know you did it. Just be done with it, bro.
Well,
Pay the
why there is not no criminal crime? They're all civil suits.
Pay them
Civil
because
suits.
it'll be
Civil
hard to prove.
suits.
Bro,
It'll be hard.
I'll be quiet every
Oh,
day.
shit.
I wouldn't say
It's the
nothing about it.
same.
I continue to go out and play.
Look, the problem is he went and hired Rusty Harden, which is fine, but you can't hire him and be like, I didn't do nothing. I'm gonna clear my name. My man, you know you did something. Just say you're sorry, pay the money, and move on with your life.
I don't think he did nothing.
He went to a massage parlor, got butt naked, and got a massage.
He
wrong
did
wrong
not
with
go to
that?
a massage parlor.
Only
He did
mistake
not
he
go
made
He was
to a
at
massage
saying-
parlor.
he was at his house, private.
He was on Instagram. He was on Instagram asking girls, "Hey, come rub me down." I may or may not throw my dick on you. You can't
It's-
do
May or may
that.
not.
I don't run my
I
own
may or may
Instagram
not throw
account.
my dick on you.
Depending
Depending
on
on
the
the
mood.
mood.
Man,
I got
That-
people
that's
running my
not
Instagram account.
That's not my Instagram account. KD got a burner one. Come on.
Exactly.
Showed up.
Hey, Deshaun, you did that shit. Pay the money and be quiet and move on with your life, my brother.
I'm giving you 100,000. You only made 30,000 at Walmart this year. Just touch it for just give it
Why
a
you gotta
fun.
do that, man?
A little fun.
There's nothing wrong with people working at Walmart. I want y'all to listen to me when I say that.
I ain't say no one wrong with it. I said they made
You said-
30,000. He gave him
He made more than
100,000 for
Hey,
okay,
look,
250,000 for a
one
1 hour
thing
rubbing
we
tub.
learned about Tiger, these rich motherfuckers, they don't actually pay that well. That's a part of the problem. You didn't give her $100,000. You gave her $2,000 so to kick rocks. That's why she came back for your ass. She came back and now she gonna get that bread. She gonna get
Why
that
is it
bread
higher
about
one?
your ass.
Bobby Kraft is paying $75 to sweatshop workers.
Hey,
Come on,
Bobby
bro.
Kraft
At
was
least the
saying,
shine.
hey, Bobby Kraft, that is gross, Bobby Kraft. That is disgusting. You can do better than that. And that's the thing think about rich people, right? Bobby Kraft's so rich, he still got to go to an Asian rubbing tub to get his rocks off. Bobby,
What do you do?
Bobby, what are you doing?
What do you
now,
do?
now y'all see what I'm talking about. This is
What I
him.
say?
Every a bit off topic podcast.
What
He
I
just
say?
make that left turn for no reason.
I didn't say they brought
He
up
said,
Bobby
"What I
Kraft.
say? What I say?"
Wait a minute.
Who brought up Robert Kraft? How Robert Kraft get the conversation?
Harris brought up
No,
Bobby
it was
Kraft,
him.
Okay. Okay, well, somebody brought up Bobby Kraft, and I'm just saying that's his fault too for paying $75 to sex workers who do the thing. All right, pay real money.
As far as I know, Bob Kraft case got thrown out. So I'm trying to ask what he did.
Is old.
Oh wow!
It only took him 3 minutes.
Yeah.
$75 for 3 minutes.
They were record. So the police had.
John is stupid. He's
The police were allowed to
irresponsible.
record in the massage parlors, but since they didn't let everyone know that they were recording, Bobby Kraft lawyer was like, "Oh, you can't do that." They're like, "No, we can legally do this," but they kept hammering them until they're like, "No, you can't legally do it." So they threw it out. They threw it out so that they wouldn't set new precedents, saying that we can't get legally recorded for a case. They just threw it out because if it kept going, there would have been a new precedent saying, "No, you can't record these people doing illegal things."
Everybody
they gotta take other man.
Everybody watch out for this joke. This joke say, if I didn't get convicted, I didn't do it. Hey, you are dirty. You are dirty. He said, didn't do it.
Hey, show
Sean
me the
is
paperwork.
innocent.
Where does it say I got where I did it?
Show me the tape,
Sean's
then.
innocent.
I
Sean's
want
innocent.
Don't show
Hey,
me.
OJ didn't do it.
This is for all the kids out there. If you want to partake in that kind of stuff, go to Ohio State.
I would have just told her to describe my
You
penis. Go ahead, put it in the lineup. I don't even know my own penis if I saw it in the lineup. Come on now, tell me what it looked like. Then, woman. Come on,
That's all I
now.
gotta say, man. Like, look,
We're
you
going
already,
way left.
for the young black athletes, man, they already are a target. You're gonna be a target until the world changes. All these other changes happening. You're gonna be a target. So do your shit smart.
Bro had a perfect reputation until he said he wanted to be traded. Until he wanted to be
still
traded, all of a
perfect.
sudden.
He's
Also,
still
What I don't
perfect.
get is, look, I know what it is. The South Carolina cheapness came out of him. That's what happened. Because look, when he first got to Houston, he was hooking up with porn stars and everything. They ain't cheap.
$5.
So he's like, look, I'm gonna just go down here. Hold up, that's all I gotta pay. Cool. Sign you a little autograph, a gift bag. Good to go.
Premium
did it.
Premium services require premium pay. Okay.
Hey,
Listen.
Bobby, where that
Look,
parlay at?
we gotta mute him. He gotta be muted. All right.
If you know damn well you
premium
like that nasty
services
shit.
require premium.
Hey, if you know damn well you like that nasty shit, you gotta pay somebody good to shut the fuck up.
You need to hire somebody
He
to
was
make sure you're gonna be
financially
out.
irresponsible.
That's why they say you don't pay a hooker for sex. You pay her to leave and shut up, okay? Then he didn't do that.
Oh my god! I thought we were gonna end.
What book you read is in?
You're right. It's time for us to end this.
It's we. Who
Yeah,
is we?
Atlanta.
That is
Good
him.
job, Atlanta, everybody. Julio
Hey,
Jones. All right.
Hey, that's what they say. I didn't say that. That's not my rule. I didn't make it up.
There's an ATL getting paid right now. Dwight Howard didn't pay enough.
All right, but check it out, man. Check it out. So this is what we have right here, the Julio Jones situation. I think the last question I want to ask y'all before we close this thing out. Should Shannon Sharp face some type of repercussion for this?
Nope.
Yes.
No, I think he should just apologize.
Well,
Nope.
he should only apologize if he indeed did not warn Julio up front. If he did not warn Julio up front, he is going to be in trouble. But if he did warn Julio up front, then it's all fair game.
Bro,
Man, fuck that.
I
saw the real Julio.
Hey, that's
Fuck
great.
that. Y'all heard the real Julio. Face the music. Y'all heard the real Julio. He said, fuck it, I'm out.
How Skip Bailey reacted when he was on the phone call. He was saying, Julio, if you're watching this, have the guts to pick up. And evidently, he called Julio first. And Julio called him back. They were playing phone tag until he finally got him online.
It's the real Julio. Face it, fam. It's the real Julio.
That's probably so, man. And we'll more than likely see something about it tomorrow if Julio was aware of the fact that he was on live TV.
I think Julio going quiet. I don't think Julio going to say nothing else. He going to go quiet.
He either going quiet or he's gonna back up Shannon and be like, yeah, I knew. Even if he didn't know, he might.
But here's the thing, you know, Skip loud as shit, right? Skip loud as fuck. Like when he got on phone with Julio, he was definitely talking. So you can only kind of think about.
Well, I mean, he might have thought they could have been on break or something.
Maybe.
Look, I'll just say this. I'll say this. If I'm Arthur Blank, I'm going to mail Shannon Sharp a big old box of shit. I'm going to shit in a box. I'm going to shit in a box for
That's
a week.
definitely our cue. Stop.
And I'm going to say that.
Hey, man.
Hey, look. If you told him or not, I'm going to send you some mail.
Hey,
every team in Atlanta go out their way to avoid controversy.
Fuck it.
Every
y'all
team
heard
in
the real
Atlanta.
Julio. Y'all heard the real Julio, and now y'all mad. Fuck all that. He don't want to be there. Face it, fam.
Freddie Freeman next because the Braves not paying him. Freddie gonna go on TV too. Hey, look, I'm out of here.
How he playing?
Get rid of Matty.
How he playing?
Felipe Frank, QB1.
Hey, Freddie said, "I'm out of here. Cut the check. I'm leaving."
I gotta stop this. If he say Felipe Franks one more time, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
What you want me to say? AJ McCarron?
I want you to shut that shit up. That's it.
Oh, now you want to keep Matt Ryan? Ain't this?
I didn't say that either. All right, hey. So that's what we had, man. The Julio Jones situation. It hit some of us hard. The rest of y'all can really get 6 years of fucking chaos. And I'm
listen, just to let the people know, shit got heated in the group chat. All right, the group chat was hot. All right, the group chat was hot, and I was debating about was I gonna troll Holmes all day. Then I decided against it because I know Julio is favorite player. I didn't want to do it to my brother. I backed up, but I was going to.
You just had to come after Mr. Hollywood, right? You just had to come after me, huh?
Hey,
I was just chilling. I was at work. You know what I mean? I was getting some money. That was it. But
me and Hoosier B was plotting on you. So
how them texts kept coming through? It don't sound like he was at work.
Oh man, Cigar was finna. Hey, Cigar, we got a new member.
I can make
all
time,
facts,
right?
no opinions.
Them texts are coming through.
We almost had a new member.
Put the phone down, young man. Put it down.
We almost had a new member. All facts, no opinions,
like
baby.
This.
Shout out
to him like
free
that,
my
man.
nigga Kane.
You know what? Done. But man, we're gonna end it right. We're gonna end it right here, guys. This was a good one.
Gotta speak himself, okay? Can't nobody do it for him.
Hey Julio, if you're listening, go ahead and be honest on national television at all times.
You know, Julio, if
you don't want to be there, you don't want to be
listening,
there.
Don't listen to nobody with an IU hat on. All right. So look,
hey, he's an Auburn fan anyway, Julio. He don't give a fuck about his life. Bo Nix, Felipe Franks, he don't know what quarterbacks are anyway.
War Eagle Tiger Body. Tiger Body Eagle.
Man, I know you ain't talking. Y'all got some crackhead dogs running around this bit. Like, come on now. What's his name? What's his name?
Hey, he's a trap rapper. Now you don't say his name. Don't you say his name. He gonna come for you.
Hey, he gonna come for it.
He got people now. Don't you say his name.
But like I said, yo, this is how we're gonna end it, guys. It was a good one. Good thing everyone was able to come and harsh me on my fucking pain. Motherfuckers. But hey, respect to y'all. So this is what we got, man. We got Who's a B, Soul Toast, Cigar Loving Mac, MVP in Hollywood. This is Opionated Faxx. We out.
Shout out to Kwame Brown.
Hey, Felipe Franks, QB1, baby.